everyone. This is Ryan with TechWise Academy. Glad you're joining us for this afternoon snacks, our coding session this afternoon. Today we're going to talk about Minecraft. So I know many of you have probably started back to school. If you're homeschooled, maybe this is just an extension of what you already do at home. But we're glad you're joining us, and we're going to talk all about Minecraft this month and next. So Minecraft is actually a fantastic tool. Parents, if you're watching as well, this is a great tool that think Legos, but in game, and they can add code and they can build things like circuits your kids can while they're playing. So this is actually a great tool. We love using Minecraft in our classes, and your kids enjoy playing it. So why not give them, let them use this tool that's going to enhance their learning as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk about command blocks today. So most of the time in Minecraft, you may see your kids building. Kids, you may like to build stuff. I know people like to build houses, like to build buildings, like to build, and some people just like to play survival and try to make it in this Minecraft world and collect their own materials. But we're going to talk about a block that you can get. It's only in creative. You can get this block so that you can actually insert Minecraft commands so that they're executed through the game. So think of this block as a computer, and we can enter commands inside of that computer. All coding is we're giving commands or instructions to a character or to a robot that we're making. And so that's what we get to do, but we can do that inside of Minecraft with the command blocks. So I am on Bedrock Edition. I have Java Edition as well on this, and but we're going to use Bedrock for today. I think that's probably the most prevalent version of Minecraft out there, at least right now. I'm going to create a new world. And I'm going to click Creative World. And difficulty doesn't matter. If you want to make your world, you can make your world super flat. You're welcome to do that as well. But all we need it for is to make sure that it is a creative world that we're able to create inside of Minecraft. And I'm going to have to click Create, back out. Okay, so this is my creative Minecraft world. Everything's rendering. Have some chickens over here, and you can tell right away I'm flying, which means I'm in a creative world. So the great thing about Minecraft is Mojang has been really upfront about letting us have access to the code in the back end. So if you're on Java Edition in particular, you can actually modify the underlying Java code and create builds using a tool called Forge to create your own Minecraft world and actually modify the underlying code for many of the things that you see here. We're not going to do that. We're going to enter commands in this version of Minecraft, though. So commands are similar. We can do different things with commands. So for instance, I can change the weather in my game by clicking on slash. So slash really brings up this prompt, and then I can type weather. And then let's set it to rain, click enter. And my weather has changed to a rainy day. I'm sure you kids know way more commands than I'm going to demonstrate today, and I encourage you to keep practicing those. But we can enter any of those commands inside the command blocks as well. So I'm going to go ahead and change the weather back to clear. Okay. First things first, we need to give ourselves a command block. They're not going to be listed in your inventory, so if you open up your inventory, you can search all day if you want to. You're not going to find a command block unless they've updated it. So Minecraft does update things, but for this particular case, we do not. All right, so we have to enter a command in order to get that first command block. So we do slash. It's a forward slash down at the bottom right-hand side of your keyboard, right beside the shift key. Maybe different if you're on a Switch or an Xbox, but whatever gets you into this chat window is what you're wanting to hit. I'm going to say give, one word, space, then the @ sign and P. So you get @ on the keyboard by holding shift and hitting the number 2. You may have to do that with another functionality on those other platforms. Give at P. So I'm giving the closest player, and then I'll type in command_block. And I've given myself a command block. You can give yourself anything with that give at P. You just get to type in what you want. We can place this command block. Notice it has all of these. Got a cool little diagram on top with different colors on it. But when you click the place again, it actually opens up a command input area. And so this is similar to the chat. You can enter in any of the commands that you could have entered into the chat right inside of this command input. And then we can put some notes around it. So hover notes are really helpful if you have a lot of command blocks. If you're going to create something and you want to know about it later on, let's say test command. We can look at the block types. Impulse means that this is going to be run one time. Chain means it's part of a set of command blocks that are put together and it's inside of that. Repeat means that it will continue to run on the screen. And if you do have a repeat, I'll give you a command a little bit later on to make sure that you can. To make sure that you can hide all of that output, because it's going to fill up your screen if you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and in the comments, go ahead and type in the command block. Should have done this earlier, but this is how you get a command block. All right, conditional and unconditional. Conditional means that this command block that we're focused on now is dependent on the command block before us executing properly before ours will run. So it's conditioned on the last one running successfully in our chain of command blocks, but we're going to leave ours to unconditional right now. And then you can do this if you want. Needs redstone or always active. Needs redstone, you need to put a lever or hook up some kind of redstone connection to that in order to execute on this command block. So I'm going to leave it to always active. So say we wanted it always to be daytime in our game. We don't want that to change. We want our always to be daytime in our creative world. So I'm going to do a repeat, unconditional, always active. In this test command, I'm going to say always day, just so we know what it is. And do any of you guys know the command for setting something up to be daytime in your game? You know the Minecraft command to make it daytime all the time? If not, that's all right. We'll do time set day. /time, space set, space day. Once we set all that up in our command block, we can click this little block, this little X to close it. And it's always setting the time. Okay. Now, this is what I talked about a little bit earlier. You can have this, and if you're running something on repeat with your command block, it's going to keep filling, like this, not going to stop unless we either destroy the block or we change a game rule within Minecraft. So I'm going to change a game rule. So I'll do /game rule command block output false. Command block output is all one word. You saw as I typed it, Minecraft is already filling in some of that. So I'm going to click false. Now it's been updated and it will not continue to show up in the top left of the screen. All right, so I'm going to drop that command in here as well. This will hide those command blocks, the output from those command blocks. All right, so we're going to do something really quick. We're going to test for a character being around, and we're going to create an automatic door. So we like to do this. This is a simple, quick build, but it's really cool. We're going to create a door that only opens for your character whenever you get near it. If anyone else comes near your door in your world, it's not going to open for them. If any mobs come near, not going to open for them. But if you come near, it will automatically open up for you and you can go ahead and go inside of that. So I'm going to grab the items that I need. I want an iron door. I want a redstone comparator. I want a redstone repeater. I want some redstone dust so that I can build up this how I need to. And then lastly, I want some oak planks because I want to build up some walls around it at the end just so that you can, some oak blocks, just so you can see that. Okay, that's what I need to start out with in my world. Should have set the weather always clear as well inside of a command block. That would have been useful. All right, so I'm going to place this iron door, and then I'm going to build a little area under back around it, so that I can lay the circuitry underneath of this the way that I want to. All right, so I'm going to add the redstone repeater right here, redstone dust. I want to add I want to add another repeater, comparator, and then the command block. Really important when you're using these command blocks, notice it has sort of a point at the top, like an arrow looking shape. We want this shape, especially for connecting it to redstone, to be facing towards the redstone because that's where the output, the direction the output is going to go. If we put the block in here and if it was facing, see how this one's facing towards the bottom of the screen now? That would not work for what we're trying to do. So make sure that we have the command block set up like this. All right, so I'm going to change the command. Let's set up the types first. The hover node's going to be automatic door. Our block type is going to be repeat, unconditional. We're not relying on anything else at this point, and always active. And the command is going to be test4, all one word, so /test4 at p, so a player. Then we use these brackets. So the brackets are going to let us add some conditions to this player. So conditions, you open this bracket, it's up by the P on most keyboards, just to the right of that, this open bracket. R equals 7. R means radius. How far away does the player have to be from this command block in a radius in order for this command to be executed? And then name equals, my Minecraft name is Colby Hunter 45. Close brackets. All right, let's see what happens here. All right. So notice that I may have to change the direction of this because it's not going to make my door open. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe I can add the door. Maybe not. Add the door another direction there. Nope. Block here. It's really finicky at getting these set up and making sure they're in the right direction. And sometimes we just have to do it over again. No big deal. All right, so my door is opening. Notice how it opens up when I come near. And you can see that the command block is active because this redstone is lighting up here. And as I hover over, you see the notes that I put. Really super helpful. That wasn't a feature that was around early on with command blocks, but now that they've added it, really like that functionality. So I'm going to just build some walls. Around my door, just so that it gives you some context on what's going on. So if I were to build a house, add this door, really important thing to remember is that when you're actually the distance from your command block that makes your door open. So if we want our door to be much further away, then we're going to have to extend that radius, that R equals command on our door. Let me add that command inside of the chat just so that you guys have that as well. Go back to my game. All right, so I come up to my door, opens up for me, and no one else can get inside of that door. We can test that real quick just to make sure that it doesn't. Like I can put a different name in there and it will not open up for me. If I change this, instead of Colby Hunter 45, I change the name to 4056, which is not my Minecraft username. And I try to go to my door, it will not open. All right, so we can change it back though. And it will open for me. Command blocks are really, really handy in the game if you're working on your creative world and you want to. Like I can build nowhere near as fast as many of you, I'm sure. But if I was creating a small house for myself, I only wanted I feel like the pig is stuck in the door. Come on, dude. But that's where it is. All right, and now I'm going to change the weather all the time to be clear. Add another command block over here by the time. Always day. This one's going to be always, if I could type, always clear weather. Doesn't let me put more, but that's what it's going to be. Repeat, unconditional, always active, command input, weather set clear. Nope, not weather set clear, just weather clear. Time set day and weather clear usually have me confused sometimes if I'm trying to figure those out. All right, now it's always going to be clear. And we've got an automatic door for our house. We don't have to click anything as we go near it. It just automatically opens for us. All right, and you can actually do this with teams as well. If you have teams in your Minecraft world and you only want your teammates to be able to join, you can do that as well and make that happen. All right. Hopefully this is helpful. I want you to get just an introduction to command blocks. This is one of the easier commands that we do, and we get to create something really interesting with that. So hopefully you join us in our next coming weeks. Remember that we're going to be live every day or every Thursday at 3:30 p.m. now. And we will be talking about Minecraft all this month. Real quick and make sure that you can see this. But if you enjoyed this video, you're on YouTube, click like and subscribe below. You'll get notified when we put out these broadcasts. You can also check out the rest of our YouTube channel. We already have a trampoline on there in Minecraft with the command blocks, and we may end up doing something like that again next week. But hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining in, and we will see you next week. Bye.